I have tons of friends who've had the surgery as well.
Is that an option for you? Because everything depends on location, how large they are, and all of that. Are you a candidate for UFE?
I am, and it went along the same conversation with the hysterectomy, and I'm just terrified of being cut again from my C-section. The thought of it.
But with the UFE, it's a non-surgical procedure. They don't have to cut you.
That's true. That's true.
So and you're not having kids anymore. I think you should do a little research in the UFE. I can connect you with the representative at USA Fibroid Centers, which they have locations in Atlanta.
Let's do it.
I think that should be an option because honestly, friend, you're too young to have a hysterectomy.
I'm not having no hysterectomy, girl. Them people got me messed up. And what I'm doing right now is the NuvaRing. So I make myself not have a menstrual. I just continuously take it so I won't have a menstrual.
Well, you take what so you won't have?
I use the NuvaRing, so you stick it inside you.
But I've heard stories about that they cause long-term side effects. Is that true? With the NuvaRing,
everything can give you side effects, especially when it comes to birth control. So any type of birth control totally has side effects. So yes, like me having headaches all the dang old time.
Remember, you were telling me about, I wrote it down because I wanted you to talk about it on the live because I never heard of it before.
Yeah.
But you told me that you had an option of endometrial ablation, I think you said it was.
It's called an endometrial ablation.
Okay.
And an endometrial ablation. So in August, I go back. Right now, I'm doing the NuvaRing for 3 months to try to see if it lessens my pain, because that's my fibroid side effect is I'm having a lot of pain. So to lessen the pain, she wants to alleviate the menstrual period. So if you alleviate the menstrual period, the hope is you won't have that cramping feeling where the fibroids are worse. So that's where our plan of action is now. August, we're going to do I'm going to do like a pre-op for endometrial ablation.
But what is the procedure? What do they do with that? How do they?
So basically the procedure in layman's terms are they go in and kind of burn with hot water your fallopian tubes, so your eggs from your ovaries are unable to travel into the uterus because it'll be too soft from the ablation. So the eggs won't carry over into the uterus and produce a baby. So basically I would be getting rid of my lining, so which will cause no period, which would hopefully alleviate the pain. But that's still not getting rid of the fibroids. It's just taking away the period, which is causing a lot of pain from the fibroids. So I'm still not fixing the fibroids.
Well, so the ablation situation clearly is for individuals that have no plans on having kids.
Correct.
Because if it thins that lining, how can you hold the baby?
Correct. But they say sometimes after a certain amount of year that it wears off and your fallopian tube regains strength. And some women still get pregnant, later on, or it's still foul proof. It could still happen. So it's not a 100%, like you said, with the side effects. Everything has a pro and a con. So it's not always a 100% guarantee that all of this stuff is going to work anyway. So,
well, if I were to give you advice on just my opinion, I am not a doctor. I only talk about my situation and what I've been, because I've learned a lot through USA Fibroid Centers. I've learned a lot having fibroids myself. But based on the myomectomy, which you don't want to go through that pain anymore, having a hysterectomy, which you're not willing to do because you're too young, and going through a process of ablation, which clearly you're not going to have kids anymore. It just seems like UFE to me is the best option if you're a candidate for that.
Yeah.
It's non-surgical and you can be up and moving around most likely the next day. And it's a fast procedure. They've been doing it for years. They remove your fibroids. They're gone. You know what I mean? Versus going through the different procedures that we just spoke about. What do you think?
I think it would be an option. One of my girlfriends actually had that procedure, and then a few others actually had a myomectomy. So she had a great experience. She had it in California at Mount Sinai. she didn't have any, her recovery time, like you said, was very minimal. So it's totally an option for me. I guess I
Yeah.
can, in August when I
Research.
go back, I
I
could
want you to
definitely
research
talk.
on your own, and then I want you to speak to someone in Atlanta at one of the USA Fibroid Center locations, so you can set up a consultation, and they'll get really in depth with you. Also, Dr. UFE is what I call him, but he's a doctor that performs the procedure of UFE. He's done many hundreds of them, and he has so many great stories from women that, you know, when he removed their fibroids, they just come and praise him, because no one wants to sit through the situation of the pain, the blood clots, the extended menstruals, and it's just constant urination, miscarriages. You
Constant.
can go on and on. Constant.
Yeah, constant.
I want you to do your own research, and then I want you to talk to him. He can break down the procedure, exactly what he does, the recovery process. But everybody is not a candidate, because, of course, the fibroids are located in different areas of
Their
the uterus.
positioning, and
So
it's
based on the
definitely.
position, the size, how long you had them, the complications you're having, I'm sure that plays all a part. But
Mm-hmm.
you're open to talk to him whenever. But I'm doing my part as a friend, just
Oh,
to
thank you.
enlighten you
Thank
on
you,
the
friend.
information I've been informed about. Because, girl,
Thank
I
you,
didn't know
friend.
about UFE, and I hate I didn't know about it, because when I had the myomectomy done, that's the reason I had Previa. Because I
Correct.
had the myomectomy done, that's the reason I couldn't have a vaginal birth. You know what I mean? It's just
That's correct.
that myomectomy caused future
A
issues
chain
that I
effect
wasn't
of
aware
other
of.
things. Yeah. A
Yeah.
chain effect of other things.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if I had UFB, I just don't believe I would have went through that process. So
I
it's an
agree.
option. I just rather you know all of your options before you make that decision. I don't want you to have a hysterectomy. I think you have more options before you go that route.
Yeah. That's definitely like the last on my list. That would be like another 20 years of severe pain. I'm like, okay, I can't take it anymore.
For real,
I couldn't
seriously.
even. Right now, in my mind, I'm like, what? When she said it, and she just said it so like you said, they throw it out there so easy. I'm like,
As if it's
girl.
nothing. And a lot of the doctors, for their personal reasons, they don't mention UFE. But it's a cheaper
She
procedure.
totally didn't mention it at all, but she definitely gave me the comparison of how much it grew in a year. She couldn't even believe it.